G'day folks, my first attempt at a gig log. Okay, don't expect it to be the world's best gig log. Anyhow, surprise 40th tonight. It's a pretty self-explanatory really, surprise birthday party. The guy does not know he's going to the venue, so it's a bit of a mystery to him. I think he's just thinking he's going to go there for a couple of quiet beers. Okay, it's in a bowling club function room. It's quite a reasonable sized room actually, this one. It's a little venue called the Victoria Bowling Club, which is not far from where we are, and it's a good little venue. Quite like it. We've done a few functions here, and it's one of my probably preferred venues in town for doing functions of all sorts. So anyway, let's get into it. I don't know what we'll do tonight, whether we'll do much mixing for you or whatever. We'll just see what evolves. So let's check out the Victoria Bowling Club. Just before we hit the Frog and Toad, I'll leave you to work out what that means if you're not Australian. That's the gear loaded in the vehicle. There's a fair bit of gear in there. It's a 1990 model Magna station wagon, so it's a fair bit in it. Now there's a set of 15-inch speakers in there. There's a 400-watt amplifier. There's the big box that I use, which you'll see all set up. The truss will be all set up in there. We're running LED lighting tonight, as well as the mirror ball and a couple of pin spots. As I mentioned, a fairly reasonable sized room. So there you go. That gives you an idea as to what it all looks like when it's loaded up. And we'll hit the road, and we'll see you there. There we are, guys. There's the rig all set up, ready to go. What we're running is a boogie LED light on the left hand side there. On the right there you see the Photon X there, and I'll show you in a minute what they're doing. We've got the light motion LED bar, which for those of you in America, they're a Supise product. And a mirror ball with a couple of pennies running, so just a nice little setup ready to run tonight. I'll just show you what the lights look like without any music going, so we can get an idea what we're looking at. Now, you might not be able to see much because of the fluoros on, but the Photon X actually is pointing upwards, so we'll get that out of people's eyes. The boogie's down on the floor, you can't see that very much, but so's the LED bar. It's down on the floor, so nice little good set of effects for this size room. So yeah, it's going to be a good one. We'll see what we get up to a bit later, but that's the setup for us tonight. As I mentioned, a couple of decent sized speakers for this room, and we'll show you behind the rig a little later on. Well, here we are, the crowd. All the guests are here. We're over at the bar now. The guest of honour hasn't arrived yet, waiting for him to arrive. Of course, the Denon HC 4500 controller, running with a box AV DJ. We're going to see some 80s rock, being his 40th birthday party. folks. Well, it is the day after the gig, and look, these people were really good people. They got up and danced, they had a good time, played some songs I haven't played in years. You might have saw during the gig log about a Celine Dion track, of course, the cover of the classic track I Drove All Night, Cyndi Lauper song. I hadn't played that song in years, and I'd forgotten about it. They actually had it. I searched for it in the library. Okay, yeah, we've got that one. It's songs like that that really make a night. You know, a bit of odd stuff and a bit of the regular stuff. It's always good to do that. This was a mixed age group. There's really a lot of mixed people. It was a 40th birthday, so his uncles, aunties, and cousins, and all that sort of stuff. They were a really good crowd, and it was a fun night. It's a shame I didn't take the speeches actually, because they were very funny as well. But I don't think that's quite the right thing to do for people. I think it's, you know, we're there to entertain them, not be taking pictures of their private moments in their function. Look, really, I give these people credit. They really had a lot of fun, and it was a great night and very enjoyable night to entertain them. Okay, a couple of things about surprise parties. One thing is, do a bit of research beforehand. What I did was got a couple of phone numbers of some of the people that knew him that were going to be at the party. Now, this allowed me to do a bit of research into what he enjoyed and what he liked. So it really was a case of, you know, have a good time and see what they came up with. It really was a fun night, and look, I give credit to even the venue. They enjoyed it. They had a few people that had a few beers, but look, that's to be expected. Well, I guess that's about all. It was a pretty short gig log, my first time at it, so if you've got any comments what to do with a gig log, drop them down right down here, and I'll be only too pleased to get you some information. Gigs coming up, got a few coming up about some things. Can I do a video on something that I want you all to understand in our industry? It's a bit of an interesting issue, and I'll be glad to talk about it with you. It's a bit of an issue in our industry, and it's to do with keeping track of records for your customers. It's very important. All right, that's about it for me for this time. Practice and enjoy.